Shalom. All praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakwadash. Shalom to you brothers, Akim, out there that's teaching and living the word of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI in all truth and sincerity. And double honor to the apostles of GreatMillStone as well. And this is going to be financial / economic news update. So this is an article that I found over here in the Daily Mail. And these are more just telltale signs, all right, upon reading this article that America's economy is declining, and it's eventually going to fall, okay? It's eventually going to come to a halt, to a complete stop. And we know that the so-called white man, that's all in his plans anyway, because he wants to come with his, his new world order. But America's quickly declining economy is all according to Bible prophecy, most importantly. So Lord willing, I'm gonna read some stuff in this article here, and then go into some scriptures later on. So the title of this is, Will the Bubble Burst? Most CFOs predict a recession could hit the United States as early as next year, as major players like General Motors and Verizon axe huge numbers amid a slowing economy. So you have these major companies, like I said, General Motors, Verizon, as well as other companies that are losing numbers. They're losing a lot of money, okay, and it's causing the economy to slow down, okay, because people are being laid off. People are not spending any money because everybody's broke. Okay, the employment rate in the United States is has been increasing within the past few years dramatically. So it says here, a financial forecasting survey was taken by 500 chief financial officers. Officers are predicting that a recession could be in place as early as next year. So you have these chief financial officers who are observing the economy and coming to the conclusion that a recession in America is very close. Okay, and like I said, it could be in place as early as next year, man. And Lord willing, this happens. This is the type of stuff that we look to and we're looking forward to, because first and foremost, it's according to prophecy that America is gonna eventually come to its downfall, and the so-called white man's kingdom as a whole is going to fall, which eventually is going to lead to our kingdom, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the kingdom of the Israelites, all right, and the ushering of the kingdom of heaven on the planet Earth, all right. But anyway, it says, director of the survey said that the bubble of economic growth is nearing its end. All right, it says the worst of the forecasts see a capital spending drop in 2019, says the survey, because you got all these employees, these employers, these major companies who pretty much are losing money, so they can't pay their employees, so they're laying them off. Okay, so now you have all these employees that are laid off. So that means what? That these people don't have any money. Okay, so if you have no money, you're not spending anything, so you're not really contributing to the economy. Okay, you're not contributing to the economy. So now all these companies are losing money. So that means eventually, slowly over time, the economy is going to decline. Okay, because there's no money being pumped into it. It says chief financial officers are predicting that a recession will hit the United States by 2020, following a slowing economy and huge employee cuts. You see, it says, we'll read this. It says significant corporations, including General Motors and Verizon, have recently implemented huge cuts within their companies. Officers are predicting that a recession could be in place as early as next year, with 82% suggesting that it is most likely to happen by the end of the following year. Reports the Duke University CFO Global Business Outlook. Okay. All right, let's read a little bit. It says, he said the United States has declined, and moreover, the outlook is even worse in many other parts of the world, which will lead to softer demands for U.S. goods. It says the survey asked 500 chief financial officers for their predictions regarding the financial state of America and other countries, including 226 from North America. The worst of the forecasts see a capital spending drop in 2019, as well as flat hiring, found the financial survey. Okay, so pretty much the numbers are dwindling in the economy. This place is on its way out. Okay, the so-called white man's kingdom is falling, and this is one of the signs. Okay, I'm not going to read all of this. Actually, I'll read this part right here. It says other signals indicating a potential recession include the fact that more than 500,000 employees working in the United States have been laid off so far this year, which is a 28% increase on last year. Okay, so yeah, like I said, the so-called white man's kingdom is on the decline, and this right here is the reason why you got all this homelessness, this recent spike in homelessness. You got all these suicides because people are getting laid off from their jobs and not making no money. And then on top of that, since there's no money being pumped into the economy, now you have the American economy on a fast decline. Okay, but we know eventually the economy will collapse in America, man. Okay. So I just want to bring out some scriptures real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 14. It says, the Lord, YAHAWASHI, hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. And Egypt, America is modern day Egypt, okay, because this is the place of the captivity of the Israelites. Okay, this is modern day Egypt. So the Lord is saying there ain't gonna be no work for Egypt, and we're seeing that right now. All right, with the economy getting bad. All right, the economy's getting bad. You got all these employees being laid off. All right, and eventually it's going to come to the point where the economy is going to totally collapse, and there won't be any work for anyone. Okay, so eventually the so-called white man is going to have to come with something else, a new system, which he already has in the works, which is his new world order. Okay, wherein he wants to institute that RFID chip. Okay, that's going to be the new way of living, the new thing that people are going to have in order to be considered a citizen. And all your information is going to be in that chip. Okay? And that chip is the mark of the beast according to the book of Revelation, which we're not supposed to take. Okay? But this is Ecclesiastes. Because like you read, you had these chief financial officers. They were looking at all the numbers, and their so-called white man is coming to the conclusion, like, this place is on its way out. The economy is about to crash. Okay? When the economy crashes, man, there's going to be worldwide panic, worldwide chaos. All right, and that's the so-called white man's motto: order out of chaos. All right, like I mentioned, that's when he's going to come with that RFID chip and institute a new way of living. All right, these things are all set up. You know, it's all set up. All right, it says Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. It says, in a day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. All right, and these chief financial officers, so-called white man, is trembling. The keepers of the house, are talking about these different financial officers, like I mentioned, people who really study the economy. All right, you even got guys on who have these YouTube channels who give alternative media, all right, alternative news, and they're all coming to the conclusion that America's economy is about to go down. All right, like such as the guy from ANTV, Christopher Green. You got guys like Gerald Salente, all right, as well as other guys who are all coming to the same conclusion that this place's economy is about to fucking it's about to destroy, man. It's about to collapse. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few. All right, the workers are going to cease. All right, there's not going to be any jobs out here pretty soon. All right, the way the economy is going to go down, there's going to be a lot more cuts. A lot more people are going to get fired from their jobs. Okay, it says, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Pretty much, again, these different financiers, these different not financiers, but pretty much the people that look at the economy, financial experts and all of that. You know, it says they look out the windows be darkened, meaning there's no hope. There's no hope in America bouncing back. Like it mentioned, the bubble is about to burst. Okay. It says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. So yeah, that's pretty much all I want to go into. This is just a quick article that I found, and yeah, this is what we hope for, and because you know America is on it's on its way out of here, man. And Lord willing, this happens soon. Like it said, as early as next year. Hopefully, shit, the beginning of 2019. You know, but so with that, I'm gonna close it out and say, Shalom.